Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Manny, and this is Shan, and we are ready for our weekly show of the reality rundown. So today we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Salt Lake City, and the OC reunion. So we're really excited to talk about all of these shows, but I think we're most excited for OC for sure. But Shan, welcome. How are you? How are you doing?
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I look forward to doing this show with you every week. Make sure y'all hit the like and the subscribe button. And hey,
Hey,
everybody.
yes, yes. Okay, so let's get started with our first show, which is The Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, Shan, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm not really feeling the Potomac. Like, I'm not saying it's horrible, but like, I'm not like, oh, I can't wait for next week. Does that make sense? I'm just kind of like, eh, it's whatever.
Yes, I'm going to say it because somebody got to say it. It's horrible. It has fallen from grace.
Oh,
I'm tired of Mia. I am definitely tired of Jacqueline.
oh yeah.
I'm even tired of Karen a little bit, which is so shocking.
Right,
I'm tired
right.
of Gizelle. The new girls, they're trying. But Stacy, I see why they call her boring.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. We're bored. I don't look forward to the new episode like I used to back in the day. Like, oh, I can't wait
Mhm.
till Sunday to see Potomac. The
Right.
real root of the issue is we're missing Candace. Y'all won't admit it though. Y'all won't admit it. But I'm happy
Listen.
she left the show. But I'm gonna keep saying this every week.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, and she just had a baby, so congratulations to Candace. Maybe she can come back. But I for sure agree with you that like it's. I remember Sundays always being like, oh my gosh, Potomac, Atlanta. But now it's kind of like, oh okay. I mean, there's nothing else to do, so I guess we'll watch it. But yeah, so we start season 9, episode 6 with this trip. Now I don't know about y'all, but this trip feels like it's been going on for like months. It's like it feels so long. It feels like such a long trip to North Carolina. But we start this episode with me and Jacqueline basically told Stacy. They showed her all of the charges that we've gone over here on this show that Karen is facing, and Mia asks her, "This is what you're defending? Like, is this what you stand for?" And they say to Stacy, "We want to take Karen to rehab." So Stacy goes and carries that bone to Karen, and Karen says, "Well, Mia knows a lot about rehab because she's been there for her opioid problems." Ooh, so what did you think? What did you think about that, Chen? I
I
mean,
did not know that. I did not know that Mia had opioid problems allegedly. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I mean, I know that she talked about her mom having problems, but never about her. Listen,
Mm.
Karen was. I mean, she exposed Jacqueline's baby daddy of him not what was he fired or something, remember that? And now she's
Yeah.
exposing Mia. So I guess the question is she justified? Is it like, you go low, I'll go lower? What are we thinking? Did Mia deserve that for saying that Karen should have gone to rehab? These are
You
the.
see, I don't even know because I don't know if Mia is saying rehab because she's concerned or because she's a petty biatch.
Mm, yeah.
Because it could go both ways. It could be like, oh, I think you need help, so I think you need rehab. But I think Mia was being messy. Let's come on. Messy Mia.
Yeah, you're right. Because listen, I've been one of the people who's been the loudest saying that Karen needs accountability and all this stuff. But I do think that you miss the mark if you're bringing this up, but it's not out of concern. It's about like trying to shade or trying to like you know throw a dig at her. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it
Right, because she
doesn't
could have
feel
sat with her
genuine.
one on one off camera, knowing that Karen don't want to talk about it. She could have been, even though she should talk about it because it's reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
But if Mia was concerned, I feel like she would have spoken to Karen one on one and be like, "Girl, I think you need to seek some help. Like, I could help you find some rehab. I feel like this would be beneficial to you." Da 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 da. Like genuine concern, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
don't think Karen would hear it either way, though.
Yeah, listen. Karen is the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, whatever that is. She
And I,
isn't.
oop,
Listen, I mean that in a lovable way, but
Yes.
she is a woman of a particular age, so I do think that she's set in her ways, So it is what it is. Unfortunately, they're making a mockery out of this situation instead of it being a learning opportunity. But what can you expect? So
Yeah,
then,
they need to watch Orange County, the best Real Housewives that's
mm,
going on right now.
that part, and you know what's funny? Orange County was the first Real Housewife show like ever. That was the original.
Oh, it was?
So
I thought it was Beverly Hills. I mean,
no, 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 no.
oh, I just
It was
assumed.
yeah. The first one was OC. It came out in 2006. That's a long time.
Damn, I'm old.
I was I
2006? Oh
was
my
3 years
God.
old. I was 3 years old
Oh
in
my God.
2006. Yeah. So OC came out in '06. Then the next one was New York. That one came out in '07. Then Atlanta came on in '08. New
It took
Jersey came.
over the world.
Yeah, Atlanta. It shook reality TV. Then I think it was New Jersey. Then Beverly Hills. Then Miami. Then Salt Lake City and Dubai. Yeah, I think that's how it is. But my point
Thank
being,
you for that history lesson. We love to
yes,
see it.
Housewives history. No, but my point being is OC is the OG and they're like still on top all these years. They had a little bit of a rocky, some rocky years. And maybe that's what Potomac is going through. Just a little few rocky years, but hopefully you can or that's what Atlanta was having. Atlanta was definitely having a few rocky years. Hopefully they come back even better.
Do
Um
you feel? Oh, I'm sorry.
no, no,
Go
go ahead,
ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
Do you feel like Potomac have too many girls on it? Like right now?
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
you know what?
thinking like I feel like it's like 25 of them. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
they need to narrow down the girls and get authentic stories from every girl. But to me, I feel like there's too many girls right now,
Well,
right?
okay.
Women, women, women. Too many women that's full cast, right?
Right. Okay,
And
so
so
we
I feel
got
like they can't really capture the story. I don't know. I feel like other shows be having like five.
all right, okay, so we got
It's a
right
lot of
here the
them.
main cast is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus Jassy as a friend 8 and Jacqueline as a friend that's 9. That is a
It's
lot.
too many. I feel like
Hmm.
that's the issue too, because how can you even spend time getting to know, like, get their storyline in 1 hour episodes when you have 58 girls to film?
I see what you mean because I'm actually like I don't mind there being a lot because I don't know if you watched the Real Housewives of Miami, but Miami
I've
has a
never
lot.
seen it. I didn't even know there
Oh,
was a
so
Miami.
good. Yes, it. They. This is really funny, Shan. So the Real Houses of Miami came out like back in the day. They had like 3 seasons, and then it went off the air. Like it was paused. Like they canceled it, and they were canceled for like about 6 years or something. And then they made a major comeback on Peacock, and that's when it's been about 3 years now that it's been going on. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But in Miami, they have a lot of housewives, but I feel like it works because they're all part of the story. Here in Potomac, it's a little like disjointed. I think I know what you mean. Like it feels like all over the place with so.
Yes, that's the perfect way to describe it. All over the place and boring as hell.
Yeah. So after that, they go to the pool and they're just there. I don't remember anything really exciting happening at the pool. Was there?
Because nothing exciting did. Jazzy, I think she was trying to get in the pool, but she fell in the pool, but
Oh
she
yeah.
made it look cute. I don't know
Yeah.
if she fell in the pool or was intentionally trying to get in the pool.
Hmm.
Stacy was like, they have amazing bodies, yada yada yada. Stacy was being positive. Um, you know what? I don't think Mia had anything really planned for this for
Not
this.
really. No.
See, if I go on a, don't invite me to a girls trip like that. Because if I'm gonna be in my hotel room all day looking at you, like, no, thank you, I don't want to go. Boring. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like I feel like she could have did some activities other than going to her previous allegedly joint practice.
Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. So after they got off the pool, Mia was like, "Everybody, let's get ready. We're going to one of my former joint locations," and they all got there, and it was they were all just standing there. They were like, okay,
Awkward.
like what do we do now? Like, what was the point of that? I honestly thought maybe some of them would get a little massage or whatever they do there. I thought maybe that would happen,
A
but
little orthopedic,
a little,
exercises, little stretches,
yeah, someone would pop their
teach a
back or something.
class,
Yeah, that was
realign their
weird.
neck. Right.
That was really
Right.
weird.
It was
um,
like awkward silence.
yeah,
Um,
very awkward. So
well,
yeah,
shout out to her though for being an owner and things like that.
not anymore.
A previous owner of
Previous
that
off.
place, but she still owns some places. She said she was trying to sell some places, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought there was going to be a class on orthopedic surgery, and it
Mm-hmm.
was nothing. They just walked around and they were looking, and then she was like, "Do you want to get dinner?" And they went to dinner.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, before that, when I forgot to say this, when they were in the pool, Wendy got a small ass bouquet of flowers. I hope her husband had a proper one when she got home.
I'm screaming. Was that from her husband?
Yes, from her
It
husband.
was.
See how ugly
Yeah,
and
it
small
didn't
that
look
was?
full.
Like, come on, Eddie. I hope you got her a bigger one. Can you imagine? I would be so embarrassed with that little ass. Anyway,
Did
I
they
don't.
say who it was from though?
Yeah, because I think it had a card and it said, I think it read Eddie and then the kids. So yeah.
I thought
Um,
what you thought. I was like, oh, okay, beautiful gowns.
right. So then they go to lunch, like Shan said, after the being at the joint. Did anything happen at this lunch? I don't think so either.
Nope. Next episode.
Nothing happened at this lunch. Then they go back home. They're getting ready for dinner, and Ashley plays a little sample of her song to Gizelle. Shan, what was your opinion on this song? Will she be winning a Grammy?
Listen, hell no. A Grammy? A Grammy? Where is Soldier Boy when you need him? Dre? A Grammy? No. I didn't know she was a singer. Oh yeah, she was singing like in the past episodes. Like
Mhm.
I think she has a background in like pageants and singing, but the song, I guess.
Listen, when she, I don't think it's bad. I just feel like when she played that little snippet, it kind of felt like Disney Channel songs. If that makes sense. Like
We're all in this together,
yes, like
and
Disney Channel
High
original.
School Musical.
So I was like, okay, but I mean, if it makes her happy, I mean, I think she said she wrote it, so good.
We
That's
could
good.
tell. We could tell.
Right. Um. So yeah, so they're getting ready for dinner. They were all supposed to wear red except Wendy because she was the birthday girl, so she wore white. Did you like her outfit with the little hat and stuff like that?
Yeah, I thought it was cute.
Yeah, me too. I thought it
I
was really.
liked it. She looked
Mhm.
nice. She looked really nice.
So they then go on this van and they start playing F Mary Kill. And it was actually pretty funny seeing them play this. Um, most of the girls say that they would F Mia, and most of them said they would kill Jacqueline. Poor Jacqueline. And then Jacqueline got a little personal. She said, "Well, I would F Ashley because I've already F Mia," which we already knew, but
I was like, ooh, the ghetto. Like
right.
Jacqueline is just so unnecessary for TV. It's like she's trying to have a moment so bad, and you would think, wow, that was a read or whatever. But it's like it was just like, okay, congratulations. What do you want us to say to that? It
Yeah,
didn't give what she thought it was gonna give.
yeah, she's not made for reality TV at all. Did it shock you that Wendy said she would F Giselle?
No, because the new Wendy has been far up Gizelle
Mm,
ASSS. That's
mm.
what's giving. I wasn't surprised at
Speak on
all.
it. Speak on it. Yes, absolutely.
Because I understand forgiving and moving on, but it's like y'all didn't really talk about the issues. But okay, go off, besties. Go off.
Okay, I have an idea. let us play that game.
I knew you were gonna
Let
say
us play that game. F Mary Kill the women of this show. Um okay. I would probably say F definitely Ashley. Mary, I would probably say Stacy. And unalive, I would probably say mm, I'm not gonna say who, but her name starts with a W. I don't want to sound. It sounds rude, but you go ahead. Who would you? Who would you do?
no thanks. I'll stay single, unmarried.
Really, you don't
Um,
want to play? Oh,
I'll play though.
okay.
I would I would marry. Damn, I don't really like these heifers, but I would marry. What's her name? The new girl,
Stacy.
Kiana.
Oh, Kriana. Kriana.
Yeah, because she's really pretty and she dresses
She is.
nice. So shallow. I would F. Not Mia, no thanks. Cause
Ashley.
hell,
Mm.
um,
Jassy.
no. I would pass.
Okay.
Nah, let me stop. I would F. What's the new girl name? Jazzy. Jazzy.
Okay.
And I wouldn't unalive anyone because I'm a lover. Who do I sound like? Mia.
I already know who your answer is, so no worry. We all know it's Ashley. We all know it's Ashley. Okay.
You know me so well.
Yes, absolutely. Listen, unpopular opinion. I didn't really like the constant making fun of Stacy, Gizelle, and Wendy teaming up, being little mean girls, laughing about her not having sex. Like, okay, we got it. She's not having sex. Like at the end of the day, it's her decision. They should be worrying about who they're having sex with. Um, I didn't like that they kept because they were not laughing with her; they were laughing at her. Did you catch that? Like when they were on the sprinter and stuff.
Yeah. It was very high school mean girls.
Right.
Very mean girl. Like she's a grown up. This is her decision. Y'all don't gotta like it. Like we all agree that they don't seem like they have good chemistry or any chemistry at
Yeah.
all from what we've seen. But then we know that TV is edited. We don't see everything. But this is what Stacy chose, and this is what she wants to do. No reason to laugh. We all have different lives and different way we would want to approach a relationship. So I agree. They shouldn't be laughing at her
Yeah.
because she just has a different approach, and that's what's
Absolutely.
wrong with the world. People
And
can't accept people's different approach to things.
thank you. Thank you for saying that. Um,
So
and
that's
Giselle,
it.
if you got a lot to say, what happened to your little boy that
Ooh,
was way
oh
younger than you?
yeah, the young thing.
Mm-hmm. So shut up with that. Anyway, they then get to dinner. Um, Wendy reflects on her 40 years of life, and even though I talk a lot about her, I don't like her. I do respect all she's done because she's 40, which I mean I'm 20, so that's like half my age,
It's still young.
but it's
Don't
still yeah,
play.
that's still young in life. So the fact that she's gotten her doctorate, she's um had a profession, she's taught, she's been on this show, she has had different little
She's been on like news channels and
yeah on the she yeah as a commentator,
commentator.
and she's written a book,
She has a
candles,
TV
things like
show
that.
now, a talk
And then
show.
most important in my opinion, more than anything, a beautiful family. So I
Oh,
respect
that's
that,
sweet.
and that's amazing for Wendy. Good for you. And the dinner's all going pretty well, but then they keep poking at Stacy, you guys. They keep making fun of her. And Stacy kind of snaps a little bit, not really, but just a little bit, and says, "Why don't we talk about Jassy and her situation?" So Jazzy begins to explain her current relationship with the NFL player. Now, I was under the impression, honestly, and maybe I wasn't paying attention. I was under the impression that they were like married and like they had kids and things. No, 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 no. He has two kids from another woman, which is okay, but it starts to get a little complicated when she explains the timeline, because she says that she got with him when he already had one kid, but the the baby mother was pregnant with the other one, and she didn't have sex with him for 3 months. Was it making sense to you?
Confusing.
It was confusing. Yeah.
I just want to go back to the Wendy part really, really quickly. I
Yeah.
want to say sometimes Wendy pisses us off, but I want to say, like, when she was listing all the things she did, I was really inspired because I was like, damn, I need to put some pep in my step. I've done a few things, but I was like, at 40, I think that's still pretty young to
Yeah.
accomplish all those things. Like, she
Yeah.
accomplished a lot. She has a beautiful family. So, hats off to Wendy and her accomplishments, because I feel like
Absolutely.
she accomplished things at 40. That 40 is not young. Like, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that's a lot to accomplish in
Yeah.
just 40
Hmm.
years. So hats off to, and 40 is honestly, now 40 is young, right?
Yeah. I feel like back in
It's
the day,
younger. Yeah.
I remember when, like, back in the
It's not old
day,
at all. At
um,
all.
I can't remember if it was one of the Kardashians. They were like crying at the fact that they were turning 40. I feel like 40,
40 is the new 30, and 30
yes,
is the new 20. Holla.
and
Let me
50's a new
stop.
40. I feel like everyone's gone down like 10 years,
Yeah.
like from what it used to be for sure. Yeah.
And Wendy looked good AF. So
Yes.
she has accomplished a lot, and I was really inspired because I feel like once in a while from these shows we could get a little bit of inspiration
Mm-hmm.
when it's not the ratatata back and forth.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, that's incredible. So yeah, shout out to you, Wendy.
Yes. So, any more thoughts on Jassy?
Jazzy. Listen, for once, I agree with Gizelle. Gizelle said in the confessional, she was like, if he cheated on you, just say that. And we don't know. Allegedly, I don't know what happened in Jazzy's situation, but I'm like, okay, so the baby is 1 or 3 or whatever. It was like she was going around in circles. Like, tell us what it really is. I was confused listening to the story, but if he cheated on you and you stayed with him, like, do you? You know? But I don't know. This is allegedly. I was saying what
Right.
Gizelle was saying in the confessional. But it was
No,
just
yeah.
too much explanation for saying, hey, I have a boyfriend. You know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But I think that at the end of the day, women should know this, that if you're dating a athlete, rapper, singer, actor, your chances of like getting cheated on are probably a little higher than regular, you know?
I get what you mean. Because they have access to beautiful women all the time. They're all over the world. I get what you mean.
Yeah, for sure. But Jazzy, I hope that you, I mean, I was rooting for you. I really was rooting
I'm
for. I
still
mean,
rooting
I
for
still,
her.
yeah,
I
I'm
just
still
want
rooting
the
for her.
truth
I'm still rooting for her.
and nothing but the truth.
But I hope, yeah, I hope that she's not getting like, I don't know, because she seems like like an intelligent person. So I don't think she would be.
Listen, love is blind.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm interested to hear more about her story, though. I
Yeah,
like her on the show. I feel like she's a good addition to the show. I'm so surprised she's a friend of and not a full cast, but
yeah,
okay.
that's what I was surprised with. After she gave that explanation, I was like, oh, maybe this is why. No, I'm just kidding.
They
But
could take Stacey Champagne
Stacy.
and
Well, you know who else? I hate to say this.
Ashley's.
They can take what's her name? Kriana's champagne too. I'm sorry, but like it's not. I don't have anything against her, but it's not
I feel
really
like she's
giving.
probably shy. She gives me shy. Like she's a little
That's
shy.
fine, but I
Maybe
don't.
she has to get used to being on TV. This is their first season. Never mind. Stacey, keep your champagne. I know this is your first season, so it takes a little while. But Stacey is so gorgeous.
She is. She really is, for sure. Um, So that was pretty much it for Potomac. Um, this Jazzy situation, we wish her well. Anything else you want to say about Potomac?
I'm about to stop watching. They better give us something. Oh, what do you think about? Oh, we already talked about that. Never mind. You know what I wish Jacqueline would do? I wish she would try to like get to know the other girls and not just be like Mia, 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 Mia. Because maybe she has a personality that we don't know about.
Maybe.
They
I
all
will
need to
say,
clock in a little
I'm
bit
sorry.
more.
I hate to say this, but um, Jacqueline is a little weird. Like when they were in the table and Wendy was talking about
Yeah.
her her birthday, they all went around the table, which I thought was really
Yeah.
nice. Every single one of them went and said something nice about Wendy, including Gizelle. Then Jacqueline makes this about herself, and it says, "You know, when you met me, you were like dismissing me." I was like,
I'm here to stay.
"And I'm
I'm
here to
not
say,
going
oh my god,
anywhere.
yeah, she did
Girl.
say that, and I'm here to stay." So she turned this moment that was supposed to be a nice moment for.
It's like she just never like you know those girls, it's like you don't go here. It's like you just don't fit in. Like I know that sounds horrible, but it's just like even her burst out in the bus. It was like you're trying too hard. Trying too hard.
Yeah, but you know, when it comes to Potomac, I feel like we're in episode 6, and nothing. Okay, I'll wait. I'll
It's
wait.
so boring.
But
No, we've
nothing
been waiting
exciting has
6
happened.
episodes.
Yeah,
Like the
like
other
6
shows
episodes.
are definitely beating out Potomac.
Absolutely. Um, it was a little interesting to see Jacqueline and Karen this trip go a little back and forth, but clearly Jacqueline can't. She can't handle it. Um, but it is what it is. Okay, so is that everything we've got to say about Potomac? Can we move on?
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to a good one. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 5, episode 9. This one's been going on for 9 episodes. Also, you guys, this marks the first episode in Salt Lake City's history that did not include Heather Gay. So it's been over 5 seasons where she's been in every single episode except this one. Salt Lake City also, Shan, is another one that also has a lot of women. But I think that the difference with this one is it's all like the story makes sense. It's all, pretty. I don't know what the word is, but it kind of
They all
flows
click and they're
smoothly.
all friends, it seems like. Like it seems like they hang out when the show's not filming, which is good.
Yes, that's what this is the thing that I've always loved about Salt Lake City. Like even when it started, is that it was a real group of friends. Like they actually all knew each other. Just going back to Potomac, if we're gonna be honest, the way some of these women are in the show, there's no connection between them. Like there is no connection between Stacy and like Jacqueline or Karen and Jassy. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, there's no connection.
Yeah, 100%.
With Salt Lake City, it was always connected. Like originally, Heather and Whitney were cousins. Lisa and Meredith were like sisters. All of them were friends with Jenn. All of them knew each other. Angie and they all knew Mary. Angie has known Heather since high school, and she's been friends with Lisa for a long time. And Bronwyn now is coming in the scene with being friends with Lisa. So yeah, but anyway, season 9 starts with this couple's trip, and we're gonna get into Todd. We're gonna get into Todd. We got to talk about Todd, Bronwyn's husband. But it starts with Todd basically saying, "I don't want no drama," and he says to Bronwyn, "Either they
I'm
leave,
screaming.
I leave." So Todd basically goes and tells John Barlow that he needs to tell his wife to calm down because if they don't, they're gonna have to get the hell out. But it wasn't it funny how they didn't really care. They just went straight to lunch afterwards. Lisa and John. That is.
Listen, if you tell me you want me to leave from a trip, or you're thinking about me leaving, or I'm killing your energy, I'm gone. Peace out, bitches. I'll be gone. Because listen, you don't have to tell me I'm not needed twice. That was my only thing with Lisa. I feel like she should have left for her
Yes,
husband
absolutely.
because if it's their trip, you don't gotta tell me twice to leave. Bye.
Mhm.
I'm booking my private flight,
You know what?
first class.
I'm so
See
glad you said
you.
that. This a little lesson to the audience. You guys, if someone tells you to get out, get the hell out. Don't let them, like Shan said, don't let them tell you twice. That's embarrassing. Like have a little dignity. Get out. They told you to
Yes.
get out. Get the hell out. Get out. But anyway, so they go to lunch.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say though, I think because she's filming, she want to be in the episode. I don't know, because I
Yeah,
know they have to be in the episodes and whatnot. I was thinking that because that's the only way I could see her staying.
that's
Because
true.
it's
But
embarrassing, like you said.
Heather wasn't there, and neither was Mary.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So I don't know. But anyway, so they go to lunch, and John actually gets a little not involved, but he kind of gets into the conversation and kind of tries to mediate between Whitney and Lisa. And he pretty much says, "Okay, Whitney, ask Lisa point blank, did she do it?" So Whitney does that, and Lisa says, "No, I didn't." So John is like, "Okay, it's over. Um, it's done." Oh, I forgot to say, Bronwyn was Lisa was getting ready to apologize to Bronwyn, but then that's when Whitney got involved, so she wasn't really able to get her apology. But then John, who I think he's a good husband, he says, "My wife never lies or never hurts anyone." And that's when Mr. Shan says, turns to Angie and says, didn't she call you a bitch and all this stuff?" And he says to Lisa, "I thought in a very respectful manner. I've been privy to some conversations and situations, and it's kind of abusive towards my wife." And I don't know if you noticed this, Shan, but Lisa was a little speechless. She really didn't have much to say. What did you make of this? I personally loved it. I loved Sean defending Angie, but maybe you have a different opinion. I don't know.
Who is John again? I'm so sorry. I always
John,
forget which husband is who. Like
okay,
it's so
John is
bad.
Lisa's husband. He's the one that fixed things with Whitney and her.
Okay, John. Yes, yes.
Sean is Angie's husband. Yeah,
Right. I feel like Sean was trying to be respectful.
yeah.
Yeah, I probably went to use the bathroom during that scene.
Okay.
I
Well,
I was watching it, but I think I got up during
I
that
don't.
scene.
Well, I don't know if you caught this, but Lisa Barlow completely lied when she was going at it with Whitney. She said, "Your husband came up to me and screamed at my face, F F F F F F you." That didn't happen. That did not happen, Lisa. Calm down. That's a lie. That didn't happen. So yeah, Sean calls out Lisa in defense of his wife. So I'm glad that happened. Then we go back to Salt Lake City to see Mary Cosby. She walks into the room, and here are two big babies in the bed eating. And unfortunately, it looked like they might have been on some substances. And it was
Allegedly.
no, well, allegedly they are on substances. Not allegedly, they look like they were on substances. Um, but I'm feeling a little uncomfortable with these scenes. Are you?
I'm sorry, but what? Because just what? I'm sorry. I just hope he gets the help he needs. Yeah, I feel like the scene was very awkward. They were like just there eating. They look sad, both of them. I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad that, she said she was going to help him get whatever help he needs. It was kind of a sad scene. They look like sad, like, I don't know, go take a walk.
Yeah, like they have nothing going on. Cause listen, these kids are my
Wait,
age.
how old is her son?
They're my age. It said that they're 21. I'm 21.
Oh, and he married so young. They're married, right? I think she said he got married young.
Oh, we don't know. One minute she said that's his wife, then they put wife in quotations. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but I don't know. Obviously, this is speculation. We're not saying this is true, but what if she's? No, I don't even want to say it. But like
Yeah, don't
people,
say too much.
people
Because
in
we
online.
leave the kids out of it, even though they're grown.
Well, yeah, they're not kids to me. They're like my peers. They're literally my age. Um, a lot of people on social media though. okay, let me say this very vaguely. They think that the wife might be a negative influence on him. That's a good way to put it. A lot of people have thought that. Um, I don't know. All I know
I'm
is,
actually surprised she filmed this scene because she seemed private in the past. So I like that she's not as private anymore.
and
Like,
my
she's open, exposing us to her real life and stuff.
my question is, where's this kid's father in this? Because her Mary's granddad that she
Maybe
made,
he doesn't want to film. I don't know, but
yeah,
we
like,
haven't seen him this season, so
but I
that's the
wonder,
only thing I could think of.
I wonder, is he being active in the household? Like, why isn't he straightening up his son? You know what I mean? And I feel like Mary, I feel like she let this go on too long. I think she babied him a little too much. That now he's in
But I
bed.
think he's probably depressed though, and depression, it's hard for you to get out of bed, do things. So I
Yes.
think he needs help with his depression. Because to me, maybe he's going through depression. Obviously, I don't know for sure, but you know,
Yeah, we don't know.
that could make him hard, like, don't want to get out of bed, unmotivated, like the signs and symptoms.
Yeah, but I feel like even if, I mean, we don't know if he's on depression or if he's just lazy, or we don't know what it is, but I feel like it's time. It's been time for Mary. Like, I hope she does. Like, show some tough love. Like, little girl, get the hell out of my house. This isn't a soup kitchen for you to be in my son's bed. And the son, like, I don't know, go to some rehab maybe, or something. But we agree that something needs
But
to.
maybe he needs mental health help.
Yes, but even if he
Because
needs.
everybody's saying rehab, rehab, rehab. Maybe he's depressed. And again, I don't know, but I'm just saying sometimes you need to treat these things first because they can be trickle down to other things.
But okay, so but we agree that she needs to act on it. Like, she needs to do something. Like, she can't just enable
Yeah.
him to stay in bed eating and putting, yeah.
I
So
don't
we
know.
agree.
She's nice to have the wife chilling there because I'd be like, girl, you got to go. Okay? You don't got to go home, but get out of here. But if that's his wife, I understand. I
No,
don't know.
Shan, it doesn't matter. That's
I
his
don't
wife. That's
know.
Mary's house.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying maybe that's why she's like being lenient, like,
Or maybe she
okay, it's
doesn't.
his
Maybe,
wife.
yeah. Maybe she thinks that if she,
She probably doesn't want to push him away
that's what I was
or
gonna say.
like
Yeah,
get
from her, like
in
the guy.
between,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, if she's
you
tough,
know?
he'll choose the wife
Right.
and
She's
the Mary.
probably
Yeah,
like, let me
that's
just
possible.
accept what's going on right now, like, so I keep them close, you know? Because I've heard people say that before, like random people on TV, like, I'll keep my kids close so I know what's going on instead of like being too tough because then they'll isolate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So definitely keep him close, but don't enable. So we agree on that. Okay, so then we go back to the trip, and there's like a little party going on. I guess the theme was like Mexican. They had mariachi, and there were other friends of Bronwyn and Todd's. And did you catch the hot mic moment of Todd?
No.
Oh my gosh, you didn't catch the hot mic moment.
No.
He's talking.
Like, I
He's
need to
talking
go
with his
back.
friends, and he says they own a tequila company, pretty mediocre tequila. Talking about Lisa and John. He said that.
That little man's messy.
So, I mean, it wouldn't be the first person to say that the tequila is bad, but that literally caught me off guard. I was like, damn, he must have forgotten he had a mic. So they go to dinner. Um, Justin apologizes because he agreed. He apologizes to Whitney. I mean, sorry, to Lisa, because he agrees that he shouldn't have had that reaction. And Lisa kind of apologizes. Would you consider that an apology? She said, I'm sorry to put you in that position. I don't know if that. I mean, I guess he took it. I think that's all he was going to get with with Lisa.
Oh yeah, and one more thing. I do want to be clear about this. I forgot to say this earlier. Yes, he can go to rehab for depression, but I think people mean rehab, another type of rehab. But yeah, either or.
Okay.
But I'm sorry, I broke up for a minute. You were saying that after dinner, the hot mic moment happened.
Yes. So then Justin, Whitney's husband, does apologize to Lisa. He says that he probably shouldn't have had that reaction, and then she sort of apologizes. Would you say like that? Lisa's apology was good. Like, are they good now? She did say, "I'm sorry for putting you in that position." To him.
Yeah, I felt like it was okay. It wasn't the best apologies I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
but it was fine to like clear the air.
Yeah, and I like the little game they were playing. So each couple was everybody was given a whiteboard and a marker, and then there were like questions, and they had to answer to see if the couples got each other's answers correct. I thought that was pretty funny. They had some spicy ones, but they all answered. They were all team players, so that was fun. And then more drama happens. Meredith addresses Angie's husband Sean because she feels that he didn't apologize enough at the party when she brought it up that he had talked about her son Brooks. Sean says, I'm kind of irritated that you're bringing this up again. Like, I thought we were good, but here you are bringing it up again. But I never said anything about your son. Like, I never, like, listened to the podcast. And they actually played a little part of the podcast. And he didn't say anything about Brooks specifically. He simply said that last year when Meredith started those rumors about him being gay, about Sean being gay, that Meredith tried to kind of twist it and say that she's the supporter of the LGBTQ community to kind of get the heat off of her. And that makes sense.
Wait, Meredith made that rumor up about him allegedly?
Meredith is the one that she never said it on camera, never, but she's the one that told Monica, and Monica said it on camera.
Allegedly.
No, no, it's not alleged. This is a
Oh.
fact. Yeah, it's a fact.
I don't know.
Did you
The
remember
reason I said
last
it
year?
because I didn't hear this before.
Remember
I don't
last year
think I
when?
watched last season that much. I
Oh,
think I missed a few. Yeah.
do you happen to remember an iconic line where Meredith says, um, what did she say? She was
Right. We can go back to it, to this part.
I can't. She was like, the rumors and the nastiness about her husband. That was what Meredith said. Yeah, it was about Sean. So anyway, Sean is he's standing firm, and he's saying, "I did not say that, and I'm not going to apologize because I can't be fake. Like you're victimizing yourself over this. Like I can't apologize, and I'm standing on that." I don't know about you, Shan, but I personally loved it. I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, he was extremely respectful. Him going at it with Meredith, I didn't feel like it was in a disrespectful way. Number two, he was standing on business. He was standing on his word that he did not say anything about her son. And Meredith didn't really have much to say. So, what was your opinion about that whole thing?
I
Sean,
agree with him. Like, if we had a conversation about it, we apologize, move on. Like, why do you keep bringing it up? So I can see how that can be annoying, But he didn't get out of character or loud or anything. I think he was saying it respectfully, but I would be annoyed at that too. If I think we resolve something, and then keep going back to it, it's kind of like, what was the point of us apologizing and resolving it? We can't move forward if you keep going back. So I see his point there. Um, here's your whiteboard, biatch. Like,
oh, well, here's the thing. I love Meredith, but I definitely think she wanted a moment, and she didn't get it because Sean, like I said, was sitting on business. So Whitney happens to say, "Do you have any
where's the
proof of it?
evidence?
Do you have any? Yeah, you have any evidence?" And then Seth, Meredith's husband, takes out a phone and reads the title of the article and says, like Shan said, what did he say?
Here's the proof, biatch. Evidence,
Yes,
biatch. So
Whitney.
nasty, so rude.
Whitney was a little shocked. She was like, "Whoa!" Seth literally called her a biatch, which we know what that means. That means bitch, right? Did you think that was
Yep.
extra? I thought that was extra as hell for him to do that.
You know what? I think him and Jacqueline, they're just so like trying to get a moment. Like
Yes,
it doesn't fit. It's like they think it's gonna be this legendary moment, and it's like,
but it's not.
okay, that was uncalled for.
Definitely uncalled for. And the gag is it wasn't
And
even
so nasty, so rude.
so nasty. So the gag is it wasn't even a real like that wasn't evidence. That was the title of a fake not a fake article, but like those
Was
types
it
of
clickbait?
articles. Yeah, it's a clickbait article title,
Like
but
you take part of an interview and you put out the
yes,
most crazy
yes,
part as the
yeah.
title.
They like paraphrase it and then like put it as the title, but they showed the podcast and he didn't talk about books at all. So Meredith, I love you, but you are wrong, and you need to tell your husband to chill out. Stop calling women biatch, because he's annoying and cringy and like icky. It's giving the ick to the audience. So that was that, and so that's kind of how that went. And then Angie tries to diffuse the whole situation by asking Bronwyn and Todd how is everything going with Gwen, Bronwyn's daughter, and that's where Todd is like, we're not talking about that. Bronwyn then tried. He sounded rude, right? So Bronwyn
Rude
tries
as
to talk
hell.
about it. Bronwyn tries to talk a little bit about it because Lisa knows Gwen's her birth father's family, and yet again, Todd is like, we're not going there, and Bronwyn completely shut down. What did you make of that, Shan? Of Todd being the way he spoke to his
I
wife?
was pissed off for her. I'd
Hmm.
have been like, excuse me? I'm sorry. It would have been a show. Because the way he shut her down, and I see a lot of people saying he shut her down like a child. Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, I don't know if I could deal with him for any amount of money. I don't know. Because the way my mouth is, I don't know. He embarrassed her in front of the whole table. Like, I understand you don't want to talk about it, sir, but I want to talk about it with my friends, sir. We
Hmm.
already talked about it. They already know it's not a family secret. We already discussed this on camera. And she's allowed to have her opinion and conversation. I don't know. I couldn't deal with him. I'm
And,
sorry. I
and
know he's rich and whatever, but I couldn't. I couldn't deal with him because he just gives me like it's my way or the highway,
yeah.
and I cannot take it. I felt embarrassed for her, and the way she just shut up and stopped talking, it was like, okay, if you like it, I love it, I guess.
No, and you know what? And he has a right. If he doesn't want Bronwyn to discuss it with a bunch of people, he has that right. But I think it's the way he spoke to her and the way he did it. You
Yes,
know what I mean? Like he could have spoken to her ear, like been like,
it was like scolding her a little bit to me, in my
well,
opinion.
it absolutely was. And a lot of people actually have saying that their dynamic kind of is a little like a father and a daughter. Like he kind of talks to her like a little girl. Like, and I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt a little. He is like very old, and maybe that's just how some old white guys behave. I don't know. I don't know if that's like just
No,
his
no,
personality.
no,
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it's
no.
tough. It's tough
Like
for
I
sure.
said, he gives me it's my way or the highway. I'm not listening to your opinion. I don't care what you have to say. It's my way or the highway, and I
Right.
can't take it. And but you saw the trailer for next week episode. She was like, "Oh, if you want to talk about my husband, let me tell you the story about me and my husband," or something like
Oh,
that. I
yes.
was like, "Whoa!" I wonder what she's gonna say
You know what? Don't be surprised. Two
if
things
she
could
says
happen.
nothing.
Two things could happen. Because he did buy her a $4 million necklace. So that was nice. I think two things could happen. One, he he's gonna give her higher allowance so that she can get off the show. Or two,
Did you say allowance?
you know what I'm talking about.
I
Yes.
can't.
Or two, she'll find a lot because when a lot of women come on these show, they kind of find their independence. I feel like he's not going to like that.
We will see because
So
you are right. Like a lot of them, they go from like housewives to like reality stars or whatever. But I actually felt embarrassed. And in the confessional, she was like, I thought the girls would be embarrassing me, but it's my husband. Remember?
That was, yeah, that
At
was,
least she's aware.
at least she's aware,
First
yeah.
step, acknowledge.
And
But
he
like, I don't
seems,
know.
and you know what? He seems like a difficult guy to even talk to. Like I don't think she could like bring something up afterwards and be like, "Oh, that hurt my feelings." I feel like he would probably be like, "Get over it" or something like that, you
It
know?
was
Like
a really uncomfortable scene, and I feel like all the other ladies were looking like
yeah.
that could have been my husband, and I felt them like
Yeah,
that could
because
be my husband.
none of their husbands would do that. John would
Right,
never
their
do that.
husband all seem nice,
Justin,
like respectful to them from what we see on the
from what
TV.
we see, yeah, from
And
what we
then
see.
here you go, this man just being like, but you know, interestingly, I saw a lot of comments saying, oh, he told her not to talk about it and she still was continuing. Like, he had a right to shut her down. Like what you said earlier, like, if he doesn't want to talk about it, don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
She shouldn't talk about it. But like you said, it's the way you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you
How
say
you
it.
say it, yes.
It was kind of, he could have been like, you know, babe, I don't think this is the time right now. I'd rather you not discuss it at the table. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Yada, yada, yada.
And
We're
they
not talking about this.
no, absolutely. And so after that dinner, though, it was nice to see that they all had a blast afterwards. They got in the hot tubs, in the pool, they had fun. But there was a little clip, I pay attention to the little things. When they were all the couples were together looking at some fireworks or some stars. It was something up in the sky. I saw every single husband grabbing onto his wife
In a
except
romantic way.
Todd. He was standing there with his little arms crossed.
I told you. I don't know. I don't know. I know he's rich, but I couldn't do it. I could.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
yeah. So Bronwyn, oof. I hope. Listen, I wish her the best. Okay, so that was it for the night. The next day, they go to the race cars. That was fun. They had a little behind the scenes, and then they had like a private suite to watch the race. When they go back to the house, Lisa and Bronwyn talk about their issue. Now, this is my understanding, and you tell me your understanding, Shan. My understanding from Bronwyn was so Lisa was saying, I can't really defend you against Heather because Heather was telling me about her feelings, and it's hard to negate feelings. Like if somebody feels something, that's what they feel. So all I can do is just listen. Bronwyn says, my issue is that I expected you not to defend me against her, but just to simply say, in my friendship with Bronwyn, she has not been two faced, as Heather claims she is. That's all Bronwyn wanted. And Lisa was incapable of doing that. So, and listen, maybe Bronwyn is two faced, but I feel like her feelings are valid. Feeling like that. And I feel like it's really sad that Lisa's not understanding. So that's how I interpreted it. But what did you think of that?
I think Lisa is full of it's shit.
Mm.
Because Bronwyn said, "Hey, do you think I'm two faced?" She was like, couldn't answer. But in the confessional, she was like, "I do think Bronwyn is a little bit two faced sometimes." So
Mm-hmm.
this is my thing. If I ask you a question, answer it. You should have told her, "Yeah, Bronwyn, I think you have your moments where you're two faced." Like, why didn't you answer her? Why did you wait till the confessional? Because nothing gets resolved. And I feel like if you have two friends who don't get along, you should be able to see both perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa is not even trying to see Bronwyn's perspective. It's perspective at all. It's just Heather, 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 Heather. You made Heather feel like this. Heather feel like this. And all Bronwyn is asking for is for her to try to see her side a little bit.
Yeah.
And I understand that a lot because I've been through that before. I
Yeah.
understand that 1,000%. Like, hey, I don't need you to be my bodyguard. I don't need you to save me. I don't need you to be my soldier. But try to see my point a little bit because you're going so hard for this other girl. And it's like, aren't we both your friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Absolutely.
agree with
Yeah,
your perspective.
thank you. I also thought it was extremely disrespectful last week's episode when they're all in the pool and Lisa is like, "Oh, let me FaceTime Heather." Why would you FaceTime Heather? This is Bronwyn's trip, and they had just
Yeah,
right. That was I don't know what if that was petty or if that was I don't know what that was, but I
I
didn't like.
think she was trying to give a TV moment, some messiness, some drama.
And that's not okay. That's not okay. But
Yeah,
Lisa and
I
Bronwyn,
agree.
they somehow ended the conversation. Clearly, I don't think there was resolve, but that was pretty much it. They then take a group picture, and everything is perfectly except when
Oh
they
my
find
god,
out.
I have the flying coach.
Mm-hmm.
Coach.
Lisa
Lisa kills me with that.
was almost ready to
Girl.
panic attack because she found out she was going to have to go on a commercial flight for 47 minutes. I don't know about you, Shan, but I don't know I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was in my feelings or what it was, but Tuesday night when I saw this, or I'm sorry, Wednesday night when I saw this, it made me very very mad at Lisa. I was like, because this wasn't like a oh you're fighting with somebody or this and that. I feel like this, and maybe I'm reaching, maybe I'm looking at this a little too much. I feel like this was a representation of her character, and like really you're incapable of going on a freaking flight for 40 minutes. It's not 3 hours, it's not 4 hours, it's 47 minutes. You can't go like what do you need all that space for?
Yeah, how rich is Lisa? That was my question. Because you're telling me you take only first class everywhere you go, every flight, even if it's 45 minutes.
Mm,
That's a bit like, okay, I guess. But she totally overreacted. It gave ungrateful. Because imagine somebody invites you to a nice trip, nice house, nice pool, nice food, and then now you have to go back. Mind you, you're not walking there. You're going on a plane, you know. She booked you a flight. You're going to be with your husband, yada, yada, yada. You're going to get home safe. And you're having a meltdown because she didn't book you the top of the class, first class, for 47 minutes.
yeah, I thought
That
that was
was so distasteful and
it
ungrateful.
really was. And then
And I understand if you're taking a trip like 16-hour flight and you're
yeah,
like, man, I have to be in first class because 16 hours. I need to be able to sleep. I need my champagne. I need my blanket. Like, I need my TV, blah, blah, blah. But it's 47. Girl, you could just watch an episode of Real Housewives and you'll
uh-huh.
be there. Ding dong.
Or put on your headphones, put on a
So
little
dramatic. And I don't know. I don't know. You think she really fly first class every single time?
well, somebody was
Is she a
talking
billionaire?
about that part. Somebody was talking
No,
about
I'm asking because I don't know. I don't know much about her other than she owns a tequila brand. But I'm like, I don't know.
listen,
That's
whether or not she has
expensive.
money, whether or not she has money, my favorite type of rich people are the down to earth rich people.
That part,
And
I
what you come
agree.
to find out in a lot of these cases is that most of the time, Shan, it's actually the very, very rich people that don't really give a damn.
It's true.
They don't give
It's
a damn.
true.
This is giving new money. This is giving like,
Ooh,
oh,
ooh.
my bank is looking pretty good. But Lisa, you may got money, but have you bought a $4 million necklace like Bronwyn's?
Oh wow. Oh wow. Drops mic. No, she definitely overreacted. And like, damn, they were almost this close to ending the trip on a good note.
Yeah.
Like this
And then,
close.
I
This
feel like
close.
Lisa also kind of shot herself in the foot because when they were packing, she tells John, "Oh my God, I can't wait to get home to fly. I can't wait to get home so we can see Henry." Then when John is looking at the flights and he's like, "Oh, if we take a private one, it's gonna take us like much more time to get home." Lisa says, "It's not like Henry needs us anyway." What?
Wait,
You
what did you say? I didn't hear you.
okay? When they were packing to
Yes, I
get
heard
ready
that
to go
part.
home, Lisa was
The
like,
flight
"Yeah,
time.
I can't wait to see Henry." When John was then looking for flights so they could take first class, he says, "If we take one of these flights that are available, we're gonna end up getting home way later, like hours." Lisa says, "Oh, it's okay. It's not like Henry needs us right now." You see what
I
I'm
gotta go
saying?
back and watch.
So she's like, I was like, "Oh, but you just said you want to go back home with him, but now you're saying it's not like
This
he
is the
needs."
thing, Lisa. You overreacted about the flight, and like I love how you said a lot of rich people, wealthy people, they're down to earth. They're not like, oh my god, like you know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
real chill people with wealth, old money, and stuff like that. So calm down. And do you know how fast 45 minutes is?
It's
You
so
can listen to some music, close your eyes, take a little nap, wake up, you're home. I
yeah.
just never seen anything. This was a perfect moment. All I could think of is the Kim Kardashian episode when Courtney was like, "Kim, people are dying,"
People
and
are dying,
literally as I watched it, that's what went through my episode. That's what went through my mind.
and
People are dying.
the reality is, I don't want to get too dark, but people really are dying right now, like across the world. Children,
Yeah.
people innocent.
So having a meltdown because you're going on a plane to go home after a luxury vacation
Hmm.
and you're not going first class is crazy. I like Lisa, but I definitely looked at her
I
different
feel like it's
in this
almost. I
episode.
feel like it even is almost like ungrateful to
That's
God.
what I'm saying.
Does that make sense?
Right. Like
Like
you're in this
God,
position. Look at the house they stayed in.
yeah, like God's giving you
That's no
an
regular
amazing
regular
life.
house.
You're privileged. You you've said that you never cook. You have the luxury of always buying food. You've got this beautiful house, and over a 47-minute flight. Now
Right.
that
And like
really
I said, I would understand if it was like a 16-hour flight, a 20 or 24-hour flight. Like, okay, I
oh
would understand.
Shan,
But
Shan,
it's like, girl,
Shan, let me tell you, I didn't see the full after show, but in the after show, Bronwyn says, "Oh, Lisa, you don't like, you despise Coach so much. Why do you make your entire team go on Coach while you fly private?" I was like, "Oh,
ooh. And you know what? She said, I don't wear Coach. I don't fly Coach. Coach be having some cute bags, but
Coach is
maybe
a
it's
good
just because I
brand."
don't have Lisa's money. They
And
have some cute bags, okay? And I'm a bad girl. You know
you,
this.
you want to know
Coach
something?
has some cute bags
You want to know something
and good
funny?
quality too.
They do. They do.
Coach, sponsor us.
Yes, please. And you know what? I know Coach is listening because Bronwyn posted a picture of Sarah Jessica Parker, the actress, with a Coach bag. And Bronwyn said, "Oh, not one of the most popular actresses with Coach. I thought Coach wasn't a good brand or whatever." And guess who commented on there, Shan? Coach, Coach
And
official
ooh,
Instagram. Their official Instagram page commented on this little debate. So listen, Coach, sponsor.
especially lately, they've been coming out with some good bags, and their stuff is good quality.
It is good quality.
So
My
listen,
mom has gone
you get you a nice Coach bag for $300, and it can last you a lifetime.
They really will.
Coach
They
better
really will.
sponsor us. Let me stop. But I didn't
They're
like
nice.
that. Lisa, you need to get back down to earth and reality.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was pretty much it, you guys. We then got the mid-season trailer for what's to come this second half of season 5, and it looks pretty good, right? It looks like it'll be a lot of
Yep, we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
secret recordings. So I heard Meredith, "Did you put a recorder in my room?" I was like, "Whoa, what is going on?" So this show is going to keep on giving, and there's a little clip of Angie throwing something at Lisa. Ooh, I can't wait for the next half of this season.
You a messy hoe. No. That's
Oh,
you.
what's coming up as well? Mary kicking out Meredith from her house. That's coming up soon. I think in 2 more episodes.
Oh,
I think.
wow. Damn. Salt
Yeah,
Lake City's on fire.
Salt Lake City, Potomac. Take some lessons, please. Anyway.
Yes, that part.
Okay, we are now going to move on to our final topic, the Real Housewives of Orange County reunion. Shan, what would you rate this season of Orange County?
A 25 out of 10.
Period. It's Bravo TV.
All I gotta say is Shannon needs a raise.
Yeah.
Like she needs multiple raises. Shannon carried the show. Okay, Shannon's the MVP. Okay, go Shannon. My
Yeah.
favorite housewife
The thing about
right
Shannon
now.
is that she has really, really
Weathered the storm.
whether this yeah, ever since she got here, like she's always had a storyline. She's always had stuff. She's never been boring. Like her
10 years.
yeah,
10 years.
10 year. We're gonna get into all of that. So let's start with um this second part. So Jan really, really did find her voice, and she is speaking pretty well for herself. And because Emily, for some reason, decided to, she's been good all season. For some strange reason, she decided to come to this reunion extremely aggressive, butting into every conversation, getting in between everything. And when they're talking about this Ryan situation, it Emily was making it seem like she knew more about Ryan than Jen did. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like, Emily, shut up. Like, she was talking about, like, well, you need to stop defending your husband. You need to stop doing this. Emily, when Kelly Dodd called your husband a dork, you said you were going to kill her. You literally used that word. So if you would kill someone because they came at your husband, which is totally
On the
understandable,
live.
why would you go at Jen's husband or fiance, whatever? So Emily, calm down. What do you have to say about
I'm
Tam?
sorry. Are you talking about episode 1 of the reunion or episode 2?
We can talk about episode one. Yeah, part one. Um,
I
yeah.
don't know. Emily was going a little bit hard. And so I'm wondering if, because I heard this before. I don't know how true it is, but I heard like if you don't have a storyline or whatever, you won't return and stuff like that. So I was thinking, like, is she going this hard to secure her spot for next season? Or why was she going so hard? And I like Emily, funny enough. I feel like she came in on 10, like you said, butting into every conversation, going hard on
Mhm.
everyone. You
Yeah,
know,
'cause she was good this season. Like, she was supportive of Shannon.
she was nice.
Mhm.
Well, not to Jen, but
Well, yeah.
she did apologize. And I felt like her apology to Jen was genuine, but I don't know why she came into the reunion on 10.
And this is not me like saying it in a rude way. Um, do, it, does her face look different to you in the reunion?
No,
Really?
does it? I have to
To
look at
me,
it
it
again.
looks
Let me see.
extremely different.
Huh. I don't know. She looked the same to me. I'm trying to look at that picture you have up. I didn't notice anything different about her.
Okay, I guess it was just me. I don't know. She looked a little different, but anyway. So yeah, Emily's doing a lot of butting in, but Jen is pretty good at shutting her down, and she says, "Listen, nothing is coming Ryan's way. He's good." Tamara, on the other hand, listen, you guys, when they ask her about the cease and desist that Ryan sent her because she made some reckless comments on Watch What Happens Live, notice the way Tamara is quick to be like, I'm sorry, I apologize. You see, when it comes down to the real, you ain't gonna be that tough. You know, she knew she had to shut up and apologize. But Tamara as a whole came into this reunion, it's a completely different person than who Tamara was this season. Do you think she's doing this strategically, Shannon, so she can stay on the show? Do you think she maybe saw the fan reaction? Um, or
I don't think it's genuine. Tamara, I see you for who you are, and I didn't forget how you were on the season. So
like
this little cutesy act you got going on, I don't think it's genuine.
not genuine
I
at
feel
all?
like you have to be. What do they say? Like people will say, you have to have friends on the show, right? So I think she was like, let me, apologize and not be on too many people's bad side. That's what I thought.
Yeah, and I definitely think that she's seen the fans' reaction, and no fan really is in her side. Like we all said, she took it too far with Shannon, so I feel like she realized that. So yeah, and then her talking about she's gonna start therapy and all this stuff on Monday. Like, okay, good for you, but like Shan said, we haven't forgotten what happened. Hmm. So they then move on to Katie. Okay, so they start talking about what her daughter said about the time she babysat Emily's kids. Emily still claims that is a lie. And then they started talking about this TikTok that she posted. Now, I want to play the TikTok. I can't play it on the screen because I, for some reason, can't get it on my computer, but it is on my phone. I just want y'all to hear what the TikTok said. Okay, hold on. This is Kylie, which is Katie's daughter, and she made a TikTok, and this is what this sounded like. First of all, you're nothing but a trashy hoe. Second of all, you sucked it. Third of all, you're not a boss ass bitch. You're a boss ass trashy hoe. So that's a sound which a lot of people do on TikTok. There's popular sounds and then they lip sync the sound to make it funny. So she did that and she captioned it, "Me at those women my mom works with." Now, when I saw this, I thought, "Oh, that's funny." Whatever. Like there isn't really much to think about. However, at this reunion, Heather and really every other one of the housewives was saying like how bad it was, and they should that Kylie shouldn't have posted it, that it was so rude, it was so offensive. What did you think?
So, if that was you on that couch, would you not have found that offensive?
No, I wouldn't
She's
have.
saying,
I wouldn't have.
okay, imagine, all right. I just feel like, okay, so her mom has to work with these women, right? And they're
Yes.
going to see it on TikTok, on the World Wide Web. It's like, it makes it awkward for her to work with the other women, knowing that's what the daughter thinks of them.
Okay,
You see
but
what I mean?
yes. But my question would then be, is that okay, Shan, if I understand what you mean, but we also got to remember this really isn't like a typical workplace. It's not like, going into the office, and this is a like this is a platform, this is a TV show. You get what I mean? And I just feel like, okay, maybe I'm not thinking about it if what Kylie did was wrong or right. Maybe I'm looking at the reaction and thinking that it's too dramatic because Heather being like, "Your daughter going on the internet and saying that we're all bees who suck D." I was like, "Oh my gosh." First of all, it's a sound. First of all. Second of all, calm down. But I'll tell you what I didn't like.
I agree. Heather did overreact. But I
She,
can see a little bit how they can feel like, wow, why did she say that about me?
what I didn't like was the way whenever they were talking about it, I didn't like the way that everybody jumped down Katie's throat about her because I was thinking about it like think about being Katie in that moment. Here you are sitting at the corner of the couch and all of them are laughing and they're basically calling you a bad mother. They're all saying like, "Oh," because even Shannon was like, I would never allow my daughter to post that," and they were like, "Yeah, our kids would never do that." It was and Tamara was saying it was disgusting. I feel like just looking at it from Katie's perspective, sitting at the corner of the couch, seeing everybody talk about your daughter and basically call you a bad mom and talk about your little kid for what he said, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I feel like she got really sad, and she's been taking it this whole reunion because in part one, here came Emily and Heather. I'm telling y'all, Heather and Emily together were coming at her like vultures, like just horrible. In part one, they came at her for this police incident. Um, Now, is Katie telling the truth, Shan? I don't know. Well, I don't think we'll ever know because we weren't there. But it killed me when Emily says, "Oh, the police would lie." And then my question is, Emily, don't you work for an organization called the Freedom Project that helps people who the courts and the police have lied about their case, so you try to get them out? What do you mean that the police lie? You
You're right. I didn't even think about that. She literally are trying to get innocent people out.
yeah.
Innocent. You're so smart. I didn't even think about that. You're right. I don't
So
know what's going on with Emily this
yeah,
season.
Emily was
The reunion part.
yeah. So I understand your perspective that Kylie was being a little too involved, but I kind of want to show you guys some of the reactions that some of the fans have had. So someone says, "Can nobody see the microaggressions in this clip? It's uncomfortable to watch." I agree with that, but we're not even going to go there because that's a whole other subject. But I agree. Somebody says, the fact that Heather, who is 75 years old, is this ruffled by a teenager calling her mean is ridiculous. Heather is showing just how unhinged she is. She's never beating those allegations of being vindictive, elitist, crazo. I believe everything Katie Jr. said. Okay, someone else says, "Girl, Katie, don't let them tell you nothing about how you parent. They have absolutely no room to talk. They are over exaggerating. Heather thinks she's so cool for saying D. Y'all coming for her mother is the problem. And she has every right to defend her mother." Oh, that's true. By
I do agree that she has every right to defend her mother. And I do agree that Heather overreacted. Like me, if I was Heather's age, successful with my grown at my big age, things like that, I wouldn't be so insulted. Like I said, I understand how you could be like, damn, this is what my coworker's daughter think of me. But I would never be reacting like that. It would just kind of make me think a little bit like, oh wow, that's sad that she thinks, I suck this and I do that and I'm a biatch. Like it would just go through my mind for 1 second. But I would not be attacking her mother or like doing the most because they were just going and going and going at Katie. And it was a bit much, like you said. I don't think
especially
they should make it such a big deal because she's gonna do what she wants, the daughter that is.
yeah,
And I wouldn't make it affect me so much. Like she's
but
20,
mhm.
she's defending her mother. But I understand how they feel a little bit like, damn,
Yeah,
I don't
but
like that my friend's daughter think this of me. Like, can you see that? Can you see how if you were on the internet saying stuff about your mom friends, they probably would be like, you know, you
yeah,
can't.
absolutely, absolutely. But when you said right now how they were coming at her, I feel like it was even it was really bad, you guys, because it wasn't just this. Like we said, it was also part one when Katie was trying to explain. Because here's
Yeah,
the thing:
that's true.
everybody deserves the chance to explain themselves. Again, Heather and Emily were coming at her as if they were there or as if they knew more. They kept interrupting her, and Katie was trying to explain. Listen, this guy came at me. I stopped at the side of the road. He comes out, starts screaming at me, and I call the police. They tase him and take him out. And then Emily's like, "No, you followed him to his house." And Katie's like, "No, I didn't." Like again, maybe she's
I
lying.
find it hard to believe that, a woman with her kid is going to follow a man to her house.
Right. And knock at
It's
his
like,
house.
girl,
Ugh.
I
Anyway,
don't
look at
think anybody in their right mind would want to do that.
right. And so look at this
That's
other
very
comment.
unsafe.
This guy right here says it's kind of sick how you can tell they all got together before the reunion and said we're all going to attack Katie. It's disgusting. Katie, baby, don't let these miserable women bully you. Everyone on those couches have done or say things that were hurtful to someone's family. Yes, it was out of line for her daughter to do that TikTok, but she didn't deserve this heat. I feel like this is a
Yeah, I feel like
middle
that's what I
ground.
think. That's what I think.
Okay.
It was like, her daughter shouldn't have posted that, but I don't think what her daughter did warranted how they acted on stage as grown women.
Look at this comment. Emily lying from the pits of hell, especially how loud she is yelling at the other ladies. The fashion show alone, I know for sure that house of hers hurt her mouth for a whole month. Yeah, that's what I'm saying because that's another thing, Shan. All of them were like, "Oh, our kids never hear our conversations," and it's like, lady, if you live in the same house, chances are the kids are probably listening. Even if you think they're not, they listen to everything. Like kids are smart. You know what I mean?
And yeah, exactly. The
So
walls are thin. You never know. Kids pay attention to stuff,
that part,
even
and
if you don't think they're listening, like you said.
yeah, and I feel like yeah. So and for them to again, they tried to make it seem like Katie was a bad mom for what her little boy said at the table. Listen, when I was a kid, I knew all the family drama. I knew all the like everything because you hear these things as a kid, you know. So, Emily, you're lying. I don't believe anything you say, and y'all were wrong for Kate. I think Katie deserves a second season just for having to handle these two coming at her. Like it was just too much. So, any last words on Katie and the whole thing, Shan?
I found it interesting how the seating was. It was like the meanies over here and then the
Mm-hmm.
nicer girls over here. You notice that? It was like
Yes, I did.
Tamara, Emily, Heather, and
And
then it
Alexa.
was like the sweet ones like Jenn, Shannon. You know,
Yeah,
that was interesting to me.
absolutely. Yeah, that couch with Tamara, Emily, Heather, and Alexis. Ooh, the evil couch right there. So that was pretty much it. They then bring Alexis out, and ooh, that's where she wants to come at Shannon, but Shannon, mm-mm.
Ate her up and left no crumbs, honey.
Yeah. So Shannon,
No
go.
crumbs.
Why don't you go ahead and like tell us about this scene about Alexis because you saw it just a little recently, so it's a little bit more fresh. Tell us about this scene of Alexis coming out.
Okay, so Alexis comes out. She's like, "Hi, friends." They're all looking at her like, "We don't really know you, B, but okay." She walks out. Andy talks to her a little bit about coming back to the show after 10 years. And she was like, yeah. And then he asked her, he was like, oh, you were a little bit religious when you were here in the past and things like that. She said she's more spiritual. And then she started with the Shannon thing. And she was like, and then Andy brought up the message that Shannon had showed Gina. Like, oh, she said she was going to sue me in this text message. And then, Alexis was like, "Oh, I didn't even help him with this and this. I just said it. Even if I didn't say it, he would have still sued you." Da 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 da. And then she has the nerve to say what the man had said. She was like, "Oh, you have a strange relationship with the truth." And that's when Shannon went off. And then, yes, Shannon was like, "You're a friend of. You're a friend of." But
And she
that
said,
was pretty much what happened.
and she said, stop being John's mouthpiece.
Yes. So, what was your thoughts on the way how they were
Well,
going back and forth?
listen, I love that Shannon was able to defend herself. Like she had no problem defending herself, and I loved when she
Manny,
said,
you're a TV star. You're a
"Oh my
TV
god,
star.
yes, oh my god!" Because how dare Alexis come up here talking about I've been on TV for 10 years, girl? Where? What
Did you
channel?
catch when Shannon was? What channel is crazy? Did you catch when Shannon and Andy was having a side conversation? He was like, "Don't talk about that. If you
Oh yeah,
got
yeah,
sued
yeah,
for
yeah.
it, don't talk about it." Shannon was like, "I won. I
I
won."
won.
And he was
I
like,
won.
"That's good. That was
Yeah,
a good
Andy was
moment."
living for it for sure. But I loved how Shannon, first of all, she called her out. She said, "How many times did you practice There's the door, Shan at the door, when there
And
was
they
no
showed the
door.
clips.
And then those clips, Shan, were like
Corny.
not helping Shan, Alexis at all. They were proving Alexis to be a weirdo. That was so funny.
And then she's like, "Oh, I've been here. I came back after 10 years." Shannon was like, "Yeah, I took your job and I've been here 10 years."
Right. Okay. So
I
hold
was
on.
like, "Oop, eat it
Actually,
up."
you know what? Let's listen to those last 30 seconds.
You could have easily not signed your job, and I've been here for 10 years. I took your job 10 years ago. I'm still sitting here. It's fine. And I came back 10 years later, didn't I? Yeah, but you're a friend. As a friend. That's still a job. Shannon, it's still a job. You're a friend. It's Alexis, it's your career. I've been on TV for 15 years, Shannon. 5 different shows. Oh, you're a TV star.
And everybody started laughing. If I was Alexis, I would not
That
put her
was
face anymore on that TV.
that
Everybody was
so
laughing.
good. That was so
That
good.
was so funny. Oh, you're a TV star. I
That
never seen
line.
her I never seen her on one show in my life.
No, me
But
either.
who knows? Maybe I missed it.
Whenever she left, okay, so she was on the Real Housewives of Orange County, but like we said earlier, this show is so old. Like it started when I was 3 years old. You know, she was in some of the earlier seasons. So yeah, she left, and I mean, yeah, she came back, but you came back demoted. You didn't come back with your original position.
10 years later, if you come back 10 years later, you should be the star of.
Mm-hmm. Like here's the
You'll be
thing.
like, wow, this is a legendary return to the show.
Right. Right.
But you know what's funny? I liked her dress the best.
Really? Did you like her
It's so
hairstyle?
strange. No, I liked her dress. I thought it was cute, which is so strange. I feel like I didn't really like their outfits, but
I
that's
was
another
thinking
convo.
about I was thinking about what you said that their outfits were not really giving reunion. It was kind of giving like dinner.
Let's go to dinner on a Friday
Mhm.
night.
And I agree because I don't think none of them necessarily looked bad. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's horrible. Like Shannon looked good, Jen looked good, Katie looked good. They all looked good. But like you said, it's not like reunion worthy. Like when it's reunion, you're expecting like over the top.
Beautiful gowns,
Yes,
dramatic, extra,
yes.
Met Gala. The girls, they need to go watch Dubai because they ate the reunion looks up.
Whoa, did you hear the news about Dubai?
No, what happened?
You didn't hear? They canceled
No.
Dubai.
Like the whole show?
Yes.
I'm like,
The Real Housewives of
really?
Potomac has
Are
been
you sure?
canceled. Yep.
Or did they get rid of some people? Or
No, 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 no. They were obviously waiting to see if the show would come back or not. Let me show you. And Brooks,
oh wow,
hold on.
Dubai is decent. It's not the best, but it's
Bravo
decent.
cancels The Real Housewives of Dubai after 2 seasons.
Is that legit though, or is it a
Yeah, yeah.
because you know, like
This is
me,
a
I'm like
real
some.
this is a real site
Oh,
that posts things, and like I said, Caroline Brooks confirmed it on her own Twitter account that yes, the show was canceled.
oh wow.
Yeah,
I mean, I wish it would have came back, but it wasn't the best.
I
Let's
think
be
it
honest.
was actually. I mean, I know you don't watch New York.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're good.
I never seen it.
You're not wasting an hour of your day on that trash. Literally, there's nothing going on in that show. It's so bad. All of the characters suck. There's
Ooh.
no storyline. Last episode, they literally had to do a prank.
There's so much going on in New York City, though. Like, I don't understand.
I don't understand what's going on either.
There's a lot of girls in New York City. I feel like they could, if they
Yeah.
want a show, they could get a show.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what they. I think that you know what. Here we go back again with the Potomac thing that we were saying. The problem with New York, Shan, is that none of these women know each other. When they rebooted this show, they got different women who had never known each other. So it's like, can you imagine if they pick 7 random people and put them together?
What are you talking about, right?
There's gonna be no chemistry. There's gonna be because even like back in the day when Sheree and Nene would go at it, they had history. Like they knew each other for a long time. Like, you know what I mean? So But my point is, with New York being so bad and still being on the air, y'all better cancel if y'all want to cancel Dubai, because I enjoyed Dubai last season. I really did. I like Stanberry and Ayan, and we actually talked about Dubai.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they canceled it because it's not the worst to me.
Yeah,
Like, I don't. I'm actually very surprised because. But what do you think, Ayan and her ex best friend, what's her
Lisa,
name,
Lisa Milan.
Lisa, thinking? Because do you think the show is canceled because like their friendship like dissolved, or
No, 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 no. I don't think the
because
show.
I feel like they were the two main girls on the show.
Yeah, and listen,
So
I don't remember if you liked Talene, but I liked Talene. Stanberry was
I didn't like
hilarious.
Celine.
I thought Stanberry was hilarious with Sergio. Um, they were all good, to
Oh,
be
I
honest.
like Stanbury. Yeah, and I was interested to see if Lisa and
Oh yeah.
Ayan became friends again. Like, what happened with that? Like, you know,
So let me
I
tell you
want to
what
see what
happened.
happened after the story. I know they're not friends now. I heard that.
Let me tell you what happened. So
Damn.
the show,
Wait, it wasn't getting views because I feel like people talk
yeah.
like even here on YouTube, I would see like people reviewing Dubai. So I don't think it was like terrible.
So yeah, let me tell you what it was. The cancellation really didn't have anything to do with the women, because it was a decent show. You know, it wasn't like the most like, oh my god, the best show ever. No, but it was entertaining. This was the problem was, the season that we watched recently had been filmed for 2 years. They were holding on to this season for 2 years, so there was literally, Shan, 2 years in between season one and when season one ended and when season two began. 2 years, and the network did that. That was on them. So I feel like a lot of people lost interest, and the numbers were not good. They were like very bad. Like, just to give you a perspective, Orange County gets around 800,000 viewers live. Dubai was getting like 200, 300. That's like less than half. So it
Why
was,
did they wait so long? I hate that because I want to
that's
see
a
what's
good question.
happening
Yeah,
the whole time.
and because that you know what, that wasn't fair to the women, because that was not their control. That was purely the network who made that decision. The second thing is also that the crew that did all the filming and all the stuff, they're from the US. So they literally had to travel to Dubai and stay there during the whole period of filming.
Filming.
And that was
Oh,
very expensive. That was very expensive. So I think that if you're not getting that much ratings and you have to spend all this money, it's like, okay, we'll just pause it.
I really enjoyed seeing the places in Dubai. Dubai
Yeah,
is fabulous. Like
because
I
it's
really
like a
enjoyed the
different, yeah, it's a different
luxury.
setting.
Yeah, I would love seeing like where they go to dinner, the different events. Remember when they had that thing at like Caroline had the party at the friend's house?
Mm-hmm.
Like I like seeing Dubai. I guess I'll Google. I'll go there one day.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we'll go and have our own show.
Period.
You know
Period.
what? We'll film a show on Dubai. Yes. But yeah, so I'm sad about that. But last things on the. Is there anything we're missing on the OC reunion? Gina talked a little about her boyfriend. It makes sense why she broke up with him. I understand it now because his wife is crazy, and she actually said that her kids are actually scared. So that must be a crazy woman.
Yeah, allegedly. Um, you
Yeah.
know when Jen said to Tamara, she was like, "Do you think you ever go too low?"
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Jen for that.
Shout out to Jen.
I really like Jen. I feel
Me.
like Jen and Shannon, like Jen is gonna get up there to like housewife, like you know those top
Hmm.
housewives. I could see it. I could see it.
Absolutely.
She's
Yeah.
finding her own voice. She's being more vocal, like you said. She's standing up for herself. She looked amazing. I'm like Team Jen, Team Shannon.
And I love that Jen is genuine. Like, you can tell that everything she says is not fake.
Yes,
It's
I
real.
love it.
It's real. So I love
Yeah.
Jen. And yeah, she told Tamara like you go low with everyone, like you cross the
That's our
line.
problem. You go below the line.
Yes, and Tamara really didn't have much to say other than I know I'm sorry. But again, you guys, it's all don't fall for it. She's trying to butter us up, but we don't forget. And then she
And
said,
shout.
"Uh
Mhm.
huh."
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and she was like, "I wasn't being malicious when I wore the FBI hat." Yes, you were. You were laughing about it. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
And shout out to Shannon because what all the things Shannon went through for her to do so well at the reunion and like it's like come out on top
Mm-hmm.
kinda in a sense. It's
Yeah.
like she went through a lot and she had a what's basically what I'm saying is she had a strong finish, a strong start, a strong end. Shannon deserves a raise. I'm telling you that.
Absolutely. Yes, she does. Because I mean, let's be honest, Shan. I think the entire season was she
Yeah.
was the storyline.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you had other little conflicts here and there, like with Katie and Heather and Gina and all them, but those were like little. But I feel like the overall topic of conversation the entire season was Shannon. From the very first episode when
Yep.
this was like,
If I
there's
was Shannon, I'd be
the
like, you need to name this the Real Housewives of Shannon Bedore.
yeah,
I'd be so
yeah,
petty.
no, for
Because it
sure.
was mostly her, like 85%. No, it's true. That's what we remember, anyways. And
Oh,
that's
oh,
what
oh, oh.
entertained us.
I also forgot to say because we didn't do our show last week, guys. I'm sorry for that. There was some stuff going on. But one thing I want to go back to part one. I thought it was really below the belt, Shan, when Emily started questioning Jen about her, or was it Katie? No, it was Katie when she started questioning Katie about her. What's it called? The
Custody.
custody of her kids.
Custody.
She was like, "Well, why didn't you like you lost both
Yeah.
custodies? Why did you lose the custodies?" And I thought that was too
Pipe
personal.
down. Pipe down.
That was way too personal.
Yeah.
None of her business really. But I like the way Katie explained it. She was like, "Listen, after I divorced my husband, I literally had no house. Like I had nothing. I could not provide for my kids, so they were taken away. But she has them now, except the
Yeah.
other one that's in Atlanta with his dad. But I didn't like. No, Emily, it's not a good look. And you know what, Emily? If you get fired, I'm not gonna be sad because the way you acted this season. And Heather, I've never liked Heather, so I guess I can say I told you so. I never liked her. Never liked her. Really pretentious and
And
very like
ooh,
ooh, ooh, like so, oh my gosh. So, and there's some, I don't know, Shan, there's something about Katie that gets under Heather's skin. Like, this goes beyond the paparazzi thing. Like, I almost feel like Heather
mm.
kind of hates her.
It's sad, but
It is really sad. But next week is,
they don't like each other. Like tension. There's a lot of tension between them. For watching the show. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.
yes. Okay. And we'll be back next week to talk about the other episodes. So, thank y'all so much. And until the next one, bye.
Bye.